Trickle members, it's me, Monkey Chicken here, and the topic of today's video is Hardpoint tips and spots. And with that, let's go and begin. Okay guys, so really quickly I'd like to preface this video with, I'm apologizing for the length, but if you guys have played Hardpoint and Recovery or Recovery at all, you know that the map flips. So normally in Hardpoint there's only about like 5 or 4 spots on a particular map, but since this one it flips and there's a new area, there's twice as many maps or locations for the Hardpoints, so it takes me twice as long. So with that, here it is guys, hopefully you guys enjoy, begin. Okay guys, here's the first Hardpoint, and it's pretty tough to hold down. If you guys have a riot shield, I find that the best place to place it is right here. This way it gives you cover against the people that may be rushing from that side. And you also, you got a portable head glitch against this corner. If you don't have a riot shield, one of the really good places to kind of hold this point down is right here. Because not only are you capturing it, but you're also defending against people rushing around the corner. And for the most part, when people kind of come from this side, they're aiming down sights and they're going to be watching right there. They're not going to be really looking down here in this corner. They'll first check down here. If they don't see you, then they'll pull their sights up to here. And if you notice where my gun is, I'm blocking the place where you're going to be sitting, So it's pretty good in that regard, but for the most part, after a little bit, people will catch on and, jump around and kill you. So watch out in that regard. If you're trying to hold off the other side, you won't be grabbing it from over here, but there's obviously this place where you're able to, head glitch on this little rail and shoot people and whatnot, so it's not too bad. Me, personally, I like to stand right here. Let me get the line of sight right here. For the reason being that I'm able to see people that are coming from over there, and it gives me a nice little heads up, and then I can shoot them. Because for the most part, when people come over here, they're expecting people to be right there, so they'll jump out and be like, ah, where are you? And then you're right there, and then you shoot them. And you have to kind of also watch out for people coming in center. So yeah, if you're trying to take the hard point, I see the best way to come from is from center, because most of the time you won't find people there. That's our little spot. Shh, don't tell anyone. And yeah, if you come from over here, you can just jump, and then you can shoot anyone that's on that head glitch. Come here, shoot anyone that's sitting here, and you'll get a nice little line of sight. And from here, if you use this as like counter cover, you can kind of see where everyone is, and then shoot anyone that's hiding back there. And then if you just kind of push here, you can get in really quickly and shoot anyone that's coming in. If you're coming from this side, there's really no real good place other than just boost off to the side and then just try to surprise people. So yeah, that's pretty much it from this side. Yeah, if you have a sentry gun, just placing your sentry gun, I find like right here isn't too bad. This way you watch that side, and this way you only have to watch one area. The other place that isn't too bad is if you place it right here, because although it doesn't have long lines of sight, it'll help people to come around the corner, because it's not like you can just come around right here. Because for the most part, if you're just head glitching on this, you're able to kill them if they try to do that. And you can kind of watch them. So yeah, those are the only 2 places that I can really think of that are really good for sentry guns. So, yeah. Okay, guys, here's the next hard point, and this one is pretty easy to defend. The best places to do it from is hiding behind these sulfur rocks. I see a lot of people trying to sit in the corner, like right here, or just trying to shoot them from here. This is ridiculous. Just use this as a head glitch, go and crouch, people come through there. It's just a death zone. You get the best possible cover. If you want, you can have a friend with the riot shield just kind of hiding in one of these corners here, which isn't too bad. But yeah, it's a really easy place to get kills from. You can also sit right here and try to get head glitches off there if you know that people aren't going to be coming from there. If you want, you can kind of have like a riot shield here, just have like a little bit of pause or something as a joke. Because when people come through here, it'll give them a little bit of pause. They're like, oh no, what's going on? And it'll give you time. So yeah, if you have someone up there and they say like, oh no, they're coming through your door, Monkey Dragon, you'd be like, oh no, what? And then you have your riot shield as covered. So yeah, it's just a little bit of something. And yeah, for the most part, just kind of have people on the outside too. If you can have someone sitting back here, this would be helpful too. You can just hide behind these rocks somewhere. If you have them standing right here, just head glitching them that's jumping over anything. And yeah, if you want to take this place, the best place to do it, instead of trying to come through the doors, try to come from up here if you're able to, jump over, and kill anyone that's sitting on these roofs if you can, because sometimes they'll be up there, and flank around from this side. Shoot the people that are camping this building, get them behind the rocks, flank left, kill people there, and then you're inside the building. It's the best possible way to come through this back way, because most of the time people aren't looking. Try to go the far flank on this one, because there's a ton of head glitches for the people who are defending. Like right here, you can kill anyone that hops up here and whatnot. So try to come all the long way around and try to get the long flank on it. And yeah, that's the best possible way to take it. If you're defending and you got a sentry gun or something, the best place to place a sentry gun is just about right here, because you'll get shots on anyone trying to boost over to that side, and anyone who's coming down that hallway right there, and you'll also get a line of sight some people coming through that building. So yeah, trying to place right here, it would be really helpful for your team. Also, another place that isn't too bad, if you come over here and try to place a sentry gun right here, it'll be really helpful. The reason why you want it this angle, because if they're trying to come around, you can get shots on them. If they jump up, you get shots. And if they're trying to cut through there to go through the door, you'll get shots. So, yeah, have your sentry gun facing like that air conditioner there. So, yeah, that's that hardpoint, guys. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, guys, here's the next hardpoint, and this one is a crazy cluster F. There will be so many people, enemies will just spawn right in here, and they'll be spawning over there, and it'll be crazy. Most of the times, your friends will either be spawning over there or in there. It's crazy the way this match decides how people spawn. The best place to hold up is right here. If you can get a person with a riot shield, it's one of the best places. Sometimes even the enemies will spawn over there and then you'll spawn over there. It's crazy the way this one switches up. I find that the best place to place a sentry gun, and this one is really key, is if you could place it just about right here. It helps tremendously. For one, you'll get line of sight on any time that they spawn in there. Whenever they try to come around the corner, it'll kill them. And secondly, if they're coming up there, they'll die. If they're trying to do a flank route, they'll die. And if they're coming through that side or up there, just pretty much this one covers it all. There's really no reason to place another one. I even find that even trying to place it where I'm telling you to stand is no good. Nothing here. There's no really good place because that one just has Overwatch over all, and it is just amazing. Places to hold up at if you can is if you try to sit right here, you can get line of sights on people that are coming in through there, which isn't too bad. Another place that you kind of want a person to be is if you can get a person up here to watch anyone that comes through that door would be helpful. Also pay attention if anyone's coming through there. Other than that, just try to get anyone anywhere because there's not a lot of cover for this spawn or for this hard point, and people just come from everywhere. Places to try to take you from if you're spawning through here, don't walk through here. It's a death zone. I've just told you multiple ways for people to kill you. Try to, and I mean this, flank around this, come out through here, pay attention for anyone that may be camping even right there, watch the upper part, and then if no one's there, shoot anyone that's sitting around the rocks, come throw them up here, shoot anyone that's sitting up there, pay attention up there. Then if you jump up here, I find that a lot of people are still looking through that doorway. If you're up here, you'll get a nice good flank. Or if you feel like this is too well exposed, just walk around here, shoot anyone that's coming around. And if you want, you can even sit right here and kill anyone that's trying to grab it and wait for your teammates to eventually spawn and retake the flag. So that's a really helpful way. If you're spawning over here, the best way to try to grab it is to not just run and jump on top of the thing, you'll probably die, is try to do the long flank. Come through here, go all the way through the cave, and when you come out, pay attention to anyone that's up top. Look for anyone that's laying down right over there and in the back. Pay attention to the back, especially. People will be laying back there. And then watch anyone that's sitting over there. Come around and then do the same thing. Just kill anyone that's laying back here. So, yeah, that's how you take this point. And, yeah, let's move on to the next one. Okay, guys, here's the next hard point. And this one is pretty easy to defend in the sense that, if you sit behind the sulfur rock, you kind of have a line of sight on anyone that comes up through there, so it's pretty nice. And if you kind of, just push a little bit to the left, you can kill anyone that's trying to flank you from the right. You can also use this point as your head glitch right here, so yeah, it's not too bad, but I find that you're a little bit more exposed to anyone that's trying to come up the middle. If you want to have someone that's trying to hide, probably put them right here, which would be pretty good. They'll have to completely take the point in order to find him. If you have a sentry gun, try to place it just about right here. This way you have a line of sight on anyone that's coming up there, trying to push up there, anyone that's pushing over there, and anyone that's trying to push sulfur. So, yeah. Also, another place to defend that I find that isn't too bad is if you sit back here behind these sulfur rocks, or if you just try to, just try to hide back here. I kind of like to hide behind the sulfur rocks. If you just kind of lean out, you're like, oh no, there's a person. You can pop in and out, which isn't too bad. You can also try to use this sulfur rock as your main head glitch, because I find that a lot of people like to spawn back there. And they'll also spawn in the far back area over there where most of your team is either spawning somewhere over here or they're spawning like in that building over there. So, yeah, I don't really recommend to sit up here because you'll find them get really exposed because a lot of people are either spawning over there, they're spawning over there. So we get flanked pretty easy. If you want, you can sit right here and try to watch anyone that's coming around this flank. But once again, a lot of people come from underneath and whatnot. So the best place is just trying to hide back there and do your best to defend that area way back there. So, yeah, guys, that's it. Let's move on. Okay, guys, here's the last point in the area. We're going to have to do this fast because the gas is going to be coming in soon. The best place to hold up in this area is right here if you got a riot shield, because most people won't expect you here. If you're nestled up in this corner, it's really good. It's only really good if you have a riot shield because you'll be exposed to a lot of different areas, but most people will kind of walk past you, assuming that, they're on that side or that side. If you want to defend this, try to defend it from the roofs, have your person up there or sit right there. Just try to really defend, give cover for your person that's there. I don't recommend placing a sentry gun down. There goes. I don't recommend placing down sentry guns or anything like that, and you really don't have to worry about this point at all, because as you see, the map will switch over to the new point, and yeah, anything that you place over here will be kind of a waste, and that point doesn't last long enough for it to matter. So yeah, let's switch over to the next hard point. Okay guys, here's the next hard point. This one is kind of crazy. During this time that it's here, you know, a lot of people will be spawning heavily over there, and they'll also be spawning heavily over there. Most of the times I find if you have this point, the enemies will be spawning over there. So try to set it up here won't be too bad. If you can, try to set up a right shield facing right here, and use it for cover for people, and just try to pop out side to side. That's the best way I can give you, because a lot of people will be coming from over there. They'll be standing up there, you'll find a lot. And if they're trying to come from over there, you know, just pop out, just shoot them really quick. Just do the best that you can. You can also try to hide behind here. I find that isn't too bad. But a really good place that I find helps pretty much all the time is if you lay down right here, kill anyone that kind of walks through this area. And if you have a friend up there kind of shooting people, then you don't have to really worry about this side. But like the spawn zone is really heavy for the enemies on that side. So try to lay down like right here, shoot anyone that's coming through, and you'll be able to pick up this hard point. And if you're trying to pick up this hard point, most of the time you're spawning over here. So what you're going to want to try to do is come from over here and jump up right here and shoot anyone. It's hard to get the flank all the way over to here, because if you're just coming from there and then jumping over, you're not really exposed that long. Because most of the times the people who are defending will spawn here, and the only time that they'll really see you making that move is if they're right here. And yeah, a lot of times people will also sit right here, kind of shoot. They'll use this as a head glitch to try to get people that are coming over. But once again, it's a really small window that you're exposed. That's the best way to do it. If you're trying to come through this way, you'll be really wide in the open, because a lot of the times people are sitting there. And yeah, but if you absolutely have to come from over here, the best possible way to do it is just try to quickly burst over here. I did it really slowly, but try to burst over here and then use this as your side. Wait for like a teammate, unfortunately. Use them as a Bambi to lean out, and then as soon as they start shooting at them, pop out and shoot anyone that's up there. But mostly pay attention to right here, because this is where people will be sitting to shoot at you. So yeah, that's everything that I got. If you got a sentry gun, try to place it like right here. This way you get anyone that's coming through these doorways and anyone that's trying to climb up through over there. Also, you can place it over here, and you can get some pop shots and people coming over there, coming through the enemy way, and anyone that's trying to flank back around. So yeah, those are my two sentry gun spots. Let's move on to the next point. Okay guys, here's the next hard point right in here. And I find that if you're defending this place, most of the time you're spawning right up in here. And if you're defending, you know, try to lay it up right here in this corner. It'll help you tremendously. Try to shoot anyone that comes around here. That's one good place to lay down. You can also try to lay down against this back corner and kill anyone that's coming through. For the most part, they won't flank around behind, but just in case, if you want, you can have a friend kind of sitting behind these sulfur rocks, or even if you want, sitting right up there. I find that right here isn't too bad. You can kill anyone that's coming around. Once again, try to use this glass, you know, use the transparency to your advantage. If you see someone coming around the corner, pay attention, you know, just try to kill them. And yeah, and you get a nice line of sight on anyone that's coming through there. So right there isn't too bad of a place to hold up. If you got a sentry gun, I find putting it up here, if you can get the placement right, is really good, because once again, it'll guard your back, which is helpful. Another really good place to hold for an offense is right here. Let me see if I can line it up right. Is right here, because you're in actually the defensive zone and can shoot anyone that's climbing up. If you're not worried about, you know, you being the only one on the point, then you can lay down right here and just kind of watch anyone that spawns over there. And if someone jumps on the platform, you get clear line of sight on their feet, because most of the time, if they're jumping, it's not like they're going to be able to over jump that rock. You get what I'm saying? You'll be able to see them and hear them and everything. And yeah, and most of the time when they jump, they aim for like right here. And although they can see you for the most part, they'll probably overlook you, maybe think you're a dead body. Shoot them in the feet, just kill them right then and there, and it'll be golden. And you get a nice line of sight on anyone that spawns over there. You know, right here isn't too bad. Just in general, right here is probably one of the best places. If you got another sentry gun, probably placing it right here. Let's see if we can get the lineup right. Right here is the best place, because you don't want to give them too much zone to where they'll come up and climb up and you know, grab it, because right there and then jump around the corner or something. So you want to back it up enough. This way they got a nice distance. So probably something to worry about there. This way they have a nice line of sight on that platform, spawn platform, and anyone that jumps up here. So yeah, that's this hard point. Let's move on. Okay guys, here's the next hard point. And this one, although it's open, isn't too hard to defend for the most part. If you are defending this point, for the most part, you'll be spawning somewhere on this platform, either back there behind those rocks or right there out in the open, and you'll have this point pretty easy. If you're trying to capture this point, for the most part, you'll be spawning out over there, or you'll also be spawning somewhere over there, so kind of watch out. If you're capturing this point, I find that a not too bad place to kind of sit is right here, because if they are trying to capture it, for the most part they won't look at you here, and you'll get a nice line of sight on that platform, because a lot of people will try to head glitch right there. You can also try, if you want to kind of lay back here with the riot shield and just wait and defend and whatnot. But yeah, if you have a sentry gun, I find that actually placing one back here facing this way isn't too bad, because anyone that's coming from that side will get killed. Although granted, it's wide open over here. For the most part, people will come this way, and you'll find that a lot of your friends will sit up here and kill people. So yeah, right there isn't too bad of a place for a sentry gun. Or if you really want to, you can also place your sentry gun. Let me get over there. You can also place it back over here if you want to, which is a little bit more defensive, and it'll also do the same kind of work and whatnot, so it's pretty good. If you're trying to capture the point, the best way I know how to personally do it is come from this side like normal, or try to get to this point like normal, and instead of jumping on this platform where you'll probably get shot from either someone over there sitting in the platform, someone over there, keep on the ground. And don't jump up here, because a lot of people do this and say, let me head glitch, but you'll get shot from a lot of different ways, because you'll be surprised. A ton of people spawn there, even if you are standing here. I've spawned right there and killed people that are standing right here, and I've stand here and seen people spawn there and they've killed me. So it kind of sucks. So just come around this corner, pay attention to the upper part right there, and just mind your surroundings. Pay attention that that's a really hardcore spawn zone. They'll keep coming from there. If you jump onto this little beam here and then climb up here, for the most part, you gotta either grab it or you just land up here. Shoot anyone that's sitting here, and oh, I didn't want to fall down. That was something I was going to tell you not to do. Shoot anyone that's sitting there. And if you killed everybody, jump over here. Remember, hardcore spawn zone. If they don't spawn there, they'll spawn over there, so pay attention to that. And you'll get a nice flank on a lot of people, and then boom, you have the point. That's the best place that I know how to flank it and try to take the point. It's the only way that I really do it. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let's move on. Okay guys, here's the next hard point. And this one is really crazy to defend. You'll find, since it's a long slope like this, people will be lobbing grenades in like crazy in order to kill you. And it's really hard to defend in that matter. If you have a riot shield, it's obviously best to either tuck up in this corner or this corner. You'll find that either your teammates or enemies will be spawning over there, or they'll be spawning on that platform over there. So depending on where they're coming from, try to just pay attention to that. If you got a riot shield or a sentry gun, once again, riot shield's in the corner. You got a sentry gun, try to place it somewhere about like right here, facing the enemies that will be spawning from this area. And if they're coming from this way, then you want to kind of get it a little bit more of a distance. This way you can get people that are coming. So you want to try to get it right here. This way you get them as they're trying to jump over the platform, and if they're coming down from the long way. And yeah, there's no real easy way to take this point, because it is wide out in the open. It's really exposed. You're going to be coming into a lot of crossfire. The best thing that I could say is try to time it right and use these things as cover. So yeah, with that, let's move on to the next hard point. Okay guys, here's the last hard point. And this one, although it looks like, oh no, you're out in the open, there's actually a lot of places to defend this place. But let's first show you where the best place to kind of hide and capture this point is right here in between these little, I don't even know, this little cement thing and these rocks right here. So yeah, lying down right here, most people will think that you're hiding somewhere else and be like, ah, where's this guy? He's probably lying back by here. And then once you hear it's contested, turn around and shoot him in the face, because you know that they're there. So yeah, you can also try to decide to hide right here. It's also not too bad. But for the most part, if you're defending, you're spawning somewhere within this general area. And if you're an enemy, you're spawning against that back area, or sometimes even down there. And yeah, it's a pretty good spot. You can also use these rocks as, you know, kind of head glitch zones to kill anyone that's coming around there. Also use it for killing people back there. If you have a sentry gun, I find it the best place, honestly, and to do this, just put it out way out here in the open. Watch that area. Anyone that jumps up, you know, coming from the underneath over there, you'll get to shoot them. And anyone that's coming through the long platform back there, you get a nice line of sight. Also, sitting up here isn't too bad. You can kill anyone that's trying to come up through there. And you can also say, if one of your friends died and you're like, oh no, they're flanking around behind us. And then you can kill them and stuff. So this isn't too bad of a spot either. It's actually pretty halfway decent.